I'm Jessica with Love of DC Real Estate, and today I'm here to tell you a little bit about some of the changes to the short-term and vacation rental rules in DC. So this is different in different jurisdictions. So today I'm speaking specifically to what's happening in Washington, DC. So back in 2018, DC Council passed some new rules that went into effect at the beginning of this year. But there's been a grace period until June for property owners who are operating short-term or vacation rentals to comply with the new rules. And these are pretty big changes, going from really not many rules or oversight to pretty strict. So there's a few things, and I do have some notes here because I wanted to make sure to cover all of it. So the first designation or thing to keep in mind is that there are two types of properties. We might call this Airbnb or VRBO, but the DC is looking at two different classifications of properties. One is a short-term rental. A short-term rental is owner-occupied during the duration of the rental, and it's for 30 nights or less. A vacation rental is not owner-occupied, so this is like your whole house, somebody else is going to stay there, you're not going to be there, and that's also 30 nights or less. I believe, and I couldn't find this anywhere officially, but I believe that if it's more than 30 nights, it's considered a regular rental, and regular rental rules would apply. Vacation rentals are now limited to a total of 90 nights per year. So that's 3 months out of the 12 that exist. It's kind of a small period. And it is possible to get an exemption for specific reasons, but it seems not that flexible. A huge change is that business entities such as an LLC or corporation may not operate a short-term or vacation rental. So these properties need to be owned by the individual. The rental license needs to be obtained by the individual. If located in a condo co-op or community where there's a homeowners association, the owner must attest that the rules and regulations allow short-term or vacation rentals or that they've received written permission. So maybe the rules don't say that they're allowed, but they get a letter from the condo board. In reality, that's not going to happen. So condo owners, I think it already was very difficult to operate a vacation rental in compliance with building rules because it's really not allowed. Now it's even harder. A few things that, one thing that I found was really interesting in the frequently asked questions section of the website, which I'd be happy to share if anyone's interested. Can you live in the basement and rent out the rest of your house? No. You must reside in the primary portion of your home. This I find interesting just because I don't really see how it's enforceable. But there you go. And then how is this going to be enforced? So one thing that I found really interesting is that they're putting a lot of responsibility on the booking services, whether that's Airbnb, VRBO, or other vacation rental sites. The booking services have the responsibility to collect the licensing information from the hosts and report that data to DCRA upon request. Now, how often is that going to be requested? I do not know. It also sounds like neighbors can report any suspected violations of this. So another reason to be nice to your neighbors if you're operating one of these. And then what is the penalty? So it's $250 for the first violation, $500 for the second, $1,000 for the third. Now, there does not appear to be any penalty to consumer if you book an unlicensed vacation rental or short-term rental. So the penalties are on either the host or the booking company. Now, what does this mean for the real estate market? Will we see an increase in properties coming on the market that were previously used as short-term and vacation rentals? Because I know that there are many properties out there that are operating as short-term and vacation rentals that are not going to be in compliance with these rules. And with that, I think it really comes down to enforcement. How strictly is this actually going to be enforced? If we see strict enforcement, then we could see some properties coming on the market as a result. But DCRA, the best of intentions, I don't always see a lot of follow through. So I think I'll leave this in the category of remains to be seen. But for anyone considering renting out their home as a vacation rental or short-term rental, definitely make sure to check out the new rules and regulations.